All right. Yeah, we're live. We're live. We're live. We're live and in the dark. So I know
Right.
I know the audience want to see my pretty face, but not tonight. We're not doing that tonight. Okay.
Right.
Um, I'm Agent Snub 7. This is a spontaneous video. Welcome to the Realities Temple on Earth Internet Ministry. Um, we are live here on the Operation Exodus Mississippi channel. I didn't know if this was going to work or not, but I think we are in business. Um, I'm Agent Snub 7, and the mighty one, your soul brother number one. And I also have in the house our assistant administrator, uh, brother Taalik, and we are here tonight spontaneously because we was talking, and I did not know if this was going to work or not, but I think it's we're in business because um, it should be recording my voice, and I have brother Talib on speakerphone, so it should be able to get his voice pretty nice. So this is just an audio. Um, Clearly, there's no picture. I could let y'all see my ugly face, but I'm not in the mood. And plus, this is brother Talib show. Brother Talib has a message for us. The topic that he's chosen tonight, y'all, um, is the extermination of the American Negro. We was talking about that earlier, and since he is in the mood and is fresh on his mind, he wanted to present that to us. So, with no further ado, I want to bring to you, out there in YouTube land, our brother, assistant minister, brother Talib. Brother Talib, welcome. Get down, brother.
Yes, sir. Thank you, brother.
Yes, sir.
Taalik. Yes, mostly appreciated.
Yes,
And
sir.
yes, good evening, audience. Especially those dark-skinned ones of soul born in America. I have been speaking. In fact, as the brother said earlier, because something has been weighing heavy on me about our situation as a people in this country. And, I'm going to say this here, that first of all, we are in a volatile situation, while we're getting caught up in these petty beefs, and stuff like that over YouTube, insults and threats against one another.
Yes, sir.
And while we're, getting caught up, over these other trivial issues that don't mean nothing, and that's not going to do nothing to help change our people's condition from being a people in captivity, as we still are. And, like we've been for almost the past 500 years, I am really at the point when I say, what does it really mean to live? What is it even worth living? Is what I'm really saying.
Mm-hmm.
What is it worth living for when you are a captive? First of all, you're still considered as a 3/5 of a human, which is still in the law books of the Constitution of the United States of America. And then, according to the 13th or 14th Amendment, we're still slaves. So I mean, it's like, what is the use of really living?
Mm.
Because we ain't living for nothing.
Right.
We just existing.
Mm.
We're really residents. It's just like you being incarcerated in a prison or jail, and you're a resident there instead of a resident in the so-called free world. And it's like, you know, we just residents.
Yes.
You know, we're no one likes us. We're not wanted by anyone. We're not wanted nowhere else. I mean, you know, we have no type of nation to govern ourselves under in terms of government, land, you know, country. We don't have none of them essential things that every other so-called ethnicity group have, you know, even as well as other darker skinned peoples throughout the earth. We're the only darker skinned people on this earth, a darker skinned group of people that don't have none of that. You know, so we're technically not even in no position to talk about even those on the motherland continent, you know, or in the Caribbean, you know, because at least they have countries that they govern themselves under. Yet things may not be perfect in their parts of the world, of course, because of the result of, you know, them being colonized by the Europeans and indoctrinated by the Europeans and their religions and ways of practices, of course, you know. But, I mean, it's like they still have land, which is a big difference in the case of the American Negro. We ain't got nothing. And, I mean, you know, it's like we are living within the situation of what they call no man's land. In other words, it's like we just out there, you know, and like I said, we're considered still as slaves, technically, according to whether it's the 13th or 14th Amendment. And we're still considered definitely as 3/5 of a human. You know, I mean, just think about it. You know, it took to 1994, which was a little bit over 20 years ago, for Mississippi, which was the last state to, you know, overturn their law of slavery in that state, you know, because Mississippi was still considered a slave state up to that point until the year 1994, which was around the time former Arkansas governor Bill Clinton, who was president by then, had started, you know, making sure that people that look like us were more so incarcerated than any other group of people in this country under the Crime Reform Act bill that he signed that same year. You know, so, I mean, it's like when you're looking at the situation of where we are at, you know, we are being torn apart every day, you know. It's like I can't even socially talk to the common black folk, even in my local area, you know, about social issues because they're that far gone, or because they're that narrow-minded for whatever reason, you know what I'm saying? And it's just that sad, you know? And, you know, it's like, that's why I don't have time for these YouTube beefs.
Yes, sir.
But I will tell the truth if necessary. Like I had to express in our video concerning, you know, the aftermath of the debate that Brother Taalik and Maurice Muhammad just had over this past weekend, you know.
Yes, sir. So
I will tell the truth if it's necessary. And, you know, regardless of whoever got a problem with it now, if they have anything to say in regards of whatever I say, you know, regarding disagreement with it, I don't care what they say negatively. I'm not finna just get on YouTube and just respond to it, because I don't do that. I don't get myself into all that, you know.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't know me, or if you ain't gonna see me on the streets, or we don't never see each other on the streets or whatever, I mean, what's the use in even arguing about it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, people can just say what they want to say. My business is trying to get truth out there to help wake our people up, you know, to come to a common collective conscious decision on how we gonna free ourselves from this oppression
Right.
that we still find ourselves in as a people. And you know, that's my goal.
Yes, sir.
Long as I'm breathing. Because at this point in time, I don't see no future for us.
Mm.
You know, I see us going to a mass grave.
Mm-hmm.
You know, being that they do have FEMA camps all around the country waiting for us. You know, for those who think that's a conspiracy theory, I mean, you know, there are plenty of videos that have been made by Caucasians, and I'm talking about very known prominent Caucasians concerning this matter.
Mm-hmm.
You know, even the government of the United States itself has confirmed this as a fact. So, I mean, you know, if you want to keep playing, you know, with your existence as a people, that's your business.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm taking this fully serious, because it is just that serious. I mean, you know, they had us in chattel slavery once. And of course, as you see, according to their history, and according to, you know, societal standards for us as a people, they never intended on even letting us out of slavery.
Mm.
You know, and for those of you that are in religion that believe it happened because of some mysterious God or whatever, well, I mean, keep thinking that. I mean, you know, what is Jesus doing to keep over 2 million of our people from being penally incarcerated throughout this country? What is Allah doing to keep over 1 million brothers and sisters from being incarcerated in America's prisons, jails, and other institutions?
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, let's be real about this, you know. What is Jesus and Allah, Buddha, whoever you worship, you understand, doing to keep us from getting our heads blown off? You know, because some racist cops decide to say, oh, they go a darky, so let me go on and blow his head off or her head off. You know, I mean, the reality is that me nor you, my fellow soul brothers and sisters across America, know if we're going to be the next Trayvon Martin,
Right.
the next Sandra Bland, the next Ezell Ford, you know, the next Michael Brown, the next Philando Castile, the next Austin Sterling, and the list could go on and on. You know what I mean?
Mm.
So, I mean, it's like, this is the reality we living in. And while we caught up, like I say, on these petty beefs, you know, we really need to start focusing on that. Because I don't care whether it's Republican or Democrat, don't none of them give a damn about us.
That's right.
And that's just flat straight out. And that was shown to us when the last president was in office for the last 8 years. You know, so I mean, it's like, you know, whatever, you know, y'all choose to do when it comes to the politics of this country, if anything, if y'all gonna vote, y'all need to be voting for somebody that's gonna do something about these laws being in our favor as a people, so that we can last longer. Because the way it's looking, we're not gonna last too long. You know, and I want to say this here, you know, whether or not I disagree with Farrakhan, whether or not you disagree with Farrakhan, this point I'm about to make is not important in that case. The fact is that he made a statement back during a million-something march he had back in 2005, and I listened to a CD by him that I got from a brother at a local mosque in Kansas City years ago. And the brother gave me the CD, and I listened to it, numerous times. Well, as I even read the same speech in the final call paper, and that, or at least the final call paper that came out around the time that speech was made by Minister Farrakhan. And he said that 22 years from that time, which is, of course, we've surpassed that black people may not be around any longer. Well, I'm going to tell you like this, it may be 40-some million plus, but what he said does hold weight in that regard, because a lot of us are dying in these streets, especially at the hands of racist police and even those who look like us that work in these police department agencies around the country,
Yeah.
And we're dying at a rapid rate than any other group in this country. If we are not getting killed by the police, some other type of racist is killing us, or we killing each other. Or something drastically is happening that we're dying just that fast at a rapid rate. It's like, and it's at the point now that, we may not even exist too much longer in the next 50 years. If this keeps going on. Matter of fact, it may even be lesser than that. Because like I said, we are headed in the direction of going to a mass grave. And we're going to be dumped and piled on top of each other, whether we homosexuals, Muslims, Christians, atheists, agnostics, whatever our sexual preferences is, whether we men, women, children, even babies, we gonna be piled on top of each other. So, with us having all that, which y'all call self-hatred, for each other, just know that the next soul brother or sister that you self-hate on, you're gonna be laying right next to, or on top of, or under in a mass grave. Matter of fact, they digging it up right now as I speak. Just like they got them concentration camps around the country, hundreds of them. Not to include the 1 million, the one that's up in Alaska, which could occupy 1 million detainees. Keep playing. This ain't no game. This is serious.
Yes.
And like I said, we are in a situation where either we want to live or we want to die. That's the bottom line. I really, it appalls me to see our people, especially in social media, since we got so much access to, this technology called social media and internet, where all we use it for as a platform for petty differences, as well as just to make money off our own ignorance and misery.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like when we should be using this to build in a direction to help get us free from all this craziness, finally, for once and all. Far as this terror that we've been up under as, black people, Negroes, African Americans, whatever we want to call ourselves, for almost 500 years. An end has to come, or else, someone will make sure, our misery be put to an end. And we rather put it to an end than let someone else put it to an end. Because when someone else put it to an end, hey, all I can say is, we better off dead.
Mm.
We're better off physically and literally dead. In the literal sense of saying that word, we better off dead. When I was incarcerated for 9 years altogether, I saw brothers, who saw nothing, who was looking at nothing but 3 consecutive natural life sentences, 4 or 5 different natural life sentences.
Mm.
Brothers in prison, for being in possession of 1 crack cocaine rock, holding a life sentence with 150 years plus added on to it. Ain't never finna see daylight. This is the kind of reality our people is living in America. This ain't no game. We still think, just like I remember a few years back reading on the internet about a brother in the state of Louisiana. They busted him with a $20 bag of marijuana. I ain't talking about no ounce, no gram, no pounds of marijuana. I'm talking about a simple $20 bag of marijuana with $20. And because he had some prior felony convictions or whatever on his record, which I think wasn't nothing but about 5 prior felony convictions or whatever, they still gave that brother 25 to life for a $20 bag of marijuana. You could Google it up if you want to. These the slave masters' children ain't playing with us. Like Donald Trump said, they do got a plan for us. This is real. We need to create a safe haven for ourselves. This is why the ideal of the operation of Exodus, Mississippi is very necessary. This is not, nothing to play with. This ideal is for those of us, no matter what walk of life we come from as a people. This is for us all as children of slaves, of dark-skinned slaves born in America. And I'm going to say this here, I know that just like many of those, especially those in the conscious community or whomever on social media may disagree with me and what I say, as you disagree with our brother here at the Reality Temple of ministries on earth, Taalik, Ibn'rad, but the truth is the truth. Whether you accept it or not, the truth is going to prevail in its own self, in its own right, because the truth don't need no support when it comes to standing on its own. All we just doing is that we're being vessels of using the truth to help wake up our people, and that's the purpose of it, so that we could be free. That we could come commonly, collectively together and enjoying any ideals that's going to be helpful to effectively get us up out this hell that we've been in for almost 500 years. Because every day I wake up and the more awareness that's brought to me about our condition as a people in this country makes me realize that the fact is that I might as well be considering myself like the ancestors who was restricted to the plantations of old, because that's exactly the position that we are still being regarded as far as being slaves. We're still being labeled, and as well through laws in this country, unwrittenly and writtenly, we're still being regarded as slaves. And Brother Taalik, what's your take on all this? Yeah, Brother Taalik.
No.
Yeah, you went to sleep on.
No,
I know it's kind of late. Yeah, but what's your take on this?
Yeah, I dozed off. Like I told you, I apologize to the audience. I've been up since 1 o'clock, yesterday morning.
Yeah.
This morning. But these YouTube beefs and this back and forth and this bickering and garbage like that, I want to remind the audience about the Jewish situation. The Jewish people during pre-Nazi time, they were being warned little by little that the politics of that nation is changing. You got a group of folks that's blaming you for such and such, and they gaining power and things of this nature. But they basically, a lot of them ignored it. Now some of them, they was like, I think it'll be a good time to get out while the getting is good, and that's what they done. But the Jewish people overall, just like us, we're German citizens. Some of us even fought in the World War I and for Germany and things of this nature. And we're so confident in who we are. But see, what must be understood, just like the Jews, something in the world could happen overnight and your whole world is different. So what you are, how we're living right now today, we could go to sleep tonight and the world changed, 360 degrees tomorrow. And those Jews one day woke up and they was getting knocks on the door. It's time for y'all to go. Go where? We got these camps. They took those people's money. They took their material things. Anything those people had, they just took it. They can't do that. They can't do that because they are in power. This new people are in power. They have convinced the citizens that you are the problem, just like day in and day out. Not only what's making so bad, not only from Caucasian people, but from your own people. You got people that I didn't have to start all over. Okay. Due to technical difficulties beyond our control, for some reason it was dropped, but we're back in business. All right, brother Taalik, where did you leave off at? I know.
Okay.
Yeah.
What I wanted to say was, we have many of our black preachers in this country that his partner with in the times of what they call disasters or whatever, and all that good stuff. And what that's all really about is that, the demand from the public is going to be about placing, citizens of this country or residents of this country in the FEMA camps, because things is going to get so bad, and the preachers is going to be the main ones leading us in that direction as well. And they partner with FEMA, because they will be in the positions as being the guides, guiding us to these FEMA camps as well. And, like I said before, this comes around the time when Obama signed that executive order about, Americans being detained indefinitely, not only for so-called terrorist acts or whatever, or being suspected of committing terrorist acts, but for any type of crime that they consider going against the national security of this country, which basically could mean anything, okay? And with that law, thanks to our last president signing that bill, which I think was back in 2011, if I'm not mistaken. But anyway, all around that time, our leaders, especially in the so-called religious community, was making deals with the devil, and as they always do, they make deals with the devil, unquote devil, and take monies under the table while they making them deals. So, just keep thinking that this is a game.
Right.
Because it's all set up and in place to haul us off to these concentration camps, as well as leading us to the mass graves, because many of us, they already don't see no use for. So what's better than to put a bunch of niggas in a mass grave and pile dirt on top of them? And that's what this is leading to. And this is why y'all paying attention to Sarnetta and Pharaoh and all these other cats debating each other over, foolishness. Y'all need to be paying more attention to more important information on the internet as well as social media, and even on a little bit of important information that leaks out even in mainstream media. Because this thing is real. All this stuff that's going on in the politics of this country is even leading to that. Just like with this president we got now, that's taking this country under. You see, I live, where I live at, I talk to Caucasians all the time, and they're very concerned about the future of this nation. And when you get Caucasians who talk like that, something is wrong. Something is seriously wrong. That's all I'm gonna say for.
Okay, we back in business.
Well, sorry for the technical difficulties. But however, as I was moving along with saying, that we are in a very dire situation, that we have to prepare ourselves. Now, these far-right wing groups like the Aryan Nation and these other racist white supremacist groups that call themselves going up against the United States government, which of course they're no match for.
Mm-hmm.
Well, brothers and sisters of soul throughout America, while they're preparing to so-called go to war with the United States government, a war that they're not going to win, as I said before, at the same time, they're really preparing for war with us.
Mm.
They're training their little kids all the way from 3 years old on up on how to shoot high artillery weapons, where to aim them at, how to aim them, and all that. They're preparing for war.
Mm-hmm.
It is a such thing as a race war coming to America. They're preparing for it, especially in small pockets like here in Nebraska, Wyoming, other western states like Montana, Washington State, Oregon, where that right wing group had that standoff at with the federal government. Mm-hmm. When they would not come off of federal property as they was ordered to. Yeah, parts of California, they got camps set up, even back east. They got camps set up specifically for that. Mm-hmm. All the way around on all four corners, or four fronts, rather to say. We are, they're preparing to take us out. The ultimate goal is to make not only America, what it was, as they said when Trump first ran for president, but their ultimate goal is to make America white again. And one thing with that is wipe the Negroes out. Even if they don't wipe us all out, enough of us will be wiped out where they ain't got to be worried about us. Mm-hmm. And that's the ultimate goal for them. And while we playing around, like I say, getting caught up in these punctified, mediocre debates, and stuff like that, and dissing each other, talking about each other's mamas, and all that crap, making threats on social media, not knowing who you making a threat to, not knowing, who you really talking to. Right. Just saying anything out your mouth to people. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's like, you forgetting what the purpose is for those of you that call yourselves woke or pro-black conscious, RGB, black power, black Muslims or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and this is what y'all do. And while y'all so busy doing this, they steadily planning. And while they planning, at the same time, they mounting their attack on us. The attack is mounting on us. Worse and worse. Just keep turning on the TV and see how many more blacks get killed every day. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, it's like y'all talk about y'all care so much about the people and all this, but yet y'all steadily talking down on your people at the same time. Just think about it. For those of you that say that, y'all for y'all people, that y'all for the total liberation of all black people, just think about it. What has a homosexual personally done to you? What has an interracial mixed couple ever done to you personally?
Right.
To make you feel like you got to ostracize them or kill them.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Or whatever. You know? Or anybody that tells the truth exactly like it is. Where it makes you want to get mad at them. Makes you want to go do something physically to them.
Right.
I mean, you know, that defeats the whole purpose of any, you know, unification among black people. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, this is why we wasn't successful in the civil rights movement.
Uh-huh.
This is why we wasn't successful during the Garveyite movement of the 20s, even when the Moorish Science Temple, you know, was at its strongest point as an organization. And even when the Nation of Islam was at its strongest point as an organization in this country. Even when the Black Panther, the original Black Panthers, was at its strongest point as an organization.
Mm-hmm.
It all failed because of disunity.
Right.
You know, because somebody couldn't keep a cool head.
Mm-hmm.
So ignorance prevailed over rationality. And it's still happening today. You know, and this is one reason why I'm glad I left the conscious community alone altogether, and why I would never return back to it, because it's no benefit
Mm-hmm.
for us as a people in general. You know, and like I said, it's nothing but a bunch of lip service.
Right.
That's all it is. You know, and it's like, I'm going to say also too that, you know, and this is no personal attacks against no one. So when I say this, I'm just saying this in a generalization way of letting it be known that those that are into Pan-Africanism or RGBism, you know, that say that you love the continent or that you even love the people of the continent so much and that you want to unite with them within, how about just move over there? If not, yourselves moving over there, make a way so your children could go over there and not be up under this hell in America.
Right.
You know? I mean, it's just that simple. I mean, honestly, you know, as I've gotten older, in my early 50s, I'm just going to say this here. You know, I used to kind of think more so that it was unfortunate that I don't have, you know, seeds of my own that come from my loins.
Mm-hmm.
But for some reason, it's fortunate that I do not have any children of my own.
Mm-hmm.
Because I couldn't stand to help birth another dark-skinned, woolly-haired human being into this type of hell that we all, as darker-skinned people of slave descendancy, fall under here in America.
Mm-hmm.
I could not, it would be on my conscience at this point, even in my life, to have known that I've birthed another dark-skinned soul into this living hell.
Mm.
That MLK called a burning house.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's unfortunate, you know, I'm gonna tell y'all something. You know, I used to be kind of, I used to say that I was a little jealous of my own deceased biological sister. You know, because she brought a daughter in this world. You know, and I didn't bring no kids at all thus far in this world with the help of anybody else, you know. But at the same time, I see the condition that her child is in from the last I've known, in the worst condition that I'm hoping not, but that her grandchild may be further headed into, you know. So, you know, it may be in my favor, you know what I'm saying, contrary to hers, you know, or rather contrast to hers. My situation may be more fortunate that I did not birth another black child into this world. You know, even, you know what I'm saying, over my mother's grave, I would rather birth a dark-skinned child in this world if I was living in the motherland.
Yes.
Because at least that child would be around nothing but dark-skinned people under a dark-skinned government and not have to worry about every day waking up fearing for their life just because of their skin color. Like that brother that you know, went to Canada a couple of years ago out of fear of being black in America, because he feared for his life, because he had petty encounters with the law, that he felt it necessary that it was time to get the heck up out of America, because he was that much in fear for his life. And this is very recently. This is recently as back in 2015, just 3 years ago. So I mean, this is the reality that we're facing, and it's really funny that a lot of black people, even black people with money, who don't even think about leaving this country, knowing what type of situation we're in. It's like we act like we scared to see the rest of the world, you know, because we let media control our way of thinking, especially when it comes to the case of the continent. And that's including those that claim Pan-Africanism and some that claim RGBism and all that. If you really love Africa that much, I'll be trying to make a physical connection to Africa. Because at least they ain't got no mass graves waiting for us over there. I don't know what's going on over there personally, but I know they ain't got no mass graves waiting for us like they do here in America. And that's the reality of it. Brother, are we still live?
Yeah, we still live.
Yeah, okay, you know. But yeah, I just want that to be known, you know, because this is very serious.
Yes.
This is no joke. You know, we are we're not far from that point.
Yes,
anything can happen to us in this country, especially the state that this country is in right now, politically, socially, and even economically. Anything can happen to us. Man, listen, you know how many nations ready to go to war with this country? Whether we beat them or not. The point is, we are in a very volatile situation. And the minute that this country becomes, you know, more weakened to the point that other countries feel they can capitalize off of that, like I said, we're going to be the first casualties. Just think about what happened over in Nazi Germany.
Right.
Just take a moment and think about what happened in Nazi Germany when it came to them dealing with the Jews.
Mm-hmm.
I used to run across quite a few black people here and there. Oh, they could never put us back in slavery.
Right. Yeah, right.
Oh, really? Oh, you really think so? Oh, yeah, okay. Well, I mean, you see they don't have no problem with putting over 2 million in these prison and jail institutions they got around America.
Right.
Including the ones that they privatizing, which you know what I'm saying, don't have no state or federal oversighting.
Nope.
In other words, meaning that once you incarcerated in those private prisons, they could do anything they want to do to you.
Mm-hmm.
They could kill you and say you committed suicide or anything.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, you walk out the gate and blow your head off and write it off as an escape.
Right.
I mean, this is the type of situation that we're in. This is why the federal government is allowing prisons to be privatized in this country.
Mm-hmm.
Listen. Stop playing, brothers and sisters. This is for real. This is not no joke. That's why it's so important to pay attention to the way that the prison industry is operated in this country and is being ran in this country. The federal government don't give a damn about you.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's the state don't.
Mm-hmm.
When I was in the penitentiary in Georgia, I was hoping I'd get transferred to a private prison just to be able to eat better food. Well, you know what? I found out that in the private prisons, a lot of them wasn't no different than the regular state prisons.
Mm-hmm.
But I'd rather be in the state because in the private prison, ain't no kind of state or federal government oversight. Just think on that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I used to watch brothers get shipped to these private prisons whenever they get ready early 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning to ship somebody from whatever prison I was at to the next penitentiary.
Mm-hmm.
Or I'll be getting shipped from one prison to another and be getting shipped with guys that's going to private prisons. You know what I'm saying? This ain't no game.
Mm-hmm.
This thing is serious. You could die in places like that.
I know that's right. I've seen it.
You know?
Legal murder.
And you think people, you think people got time to be playing games like this. This ain't no game. That's why, like I say, man, I don't got time for that. You know what I'm saying? Getting caught up. You know, like I said, I'm gonna speak my piece when it come to truth. But when people want to get niggified about it and start turning it into beefs and then making threats, like I said, I'm not the one to argue with you on social media. Because first of all, you know, if something happened, you're not finna have the opportunity to possibly be the main one to get on the stand and testify after you done got the stuff started. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You know, see, like half of you cats on social media, I come from the streets too.
Mm.
But I'm not trying to live that life no more.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I say a lot of people say certain things on social media, just like when, you know, Brother Maurice threatened you.
Yeah.
You know, he don't even know you.
No, he don't.
Like that.
No, he don't.
You know what I'm saying? And that's, you know, and it's like this here. You know, I'm going to say this. For those of you, you know, that do have positions in which you're benefiting financially from, in terms when it comes to dealing with the enemy, I'm going to tell you something. He gonna only use you much as he figure he can use you, and then chew you out once he done with you. Brother, are we still live?
Yeah, we're live.
You know what I'm saying? And that's just the fact of the matter. You know, just look at our history during chattel slavery. You know what I mean? It ain't changed.
Mm-hmm.
It hasn't changed. The times may have changed, but the routine ain't changed. It's still the same. So like I said, you know, this thing is serious. You know, and I really just, I mean, I can't say enough, but hey, it is what it is. I mean, we running around and we just playing like this some kind of game.
Mm-hmm.
And I will say this again, you know, just like that comment that guy made at the end of the debate between you and Brother Maurice about that being an intense video.
Mm-hmm.
How about this? Or the fact that he should have mediated the debate to keep that nonsense down so that y'all can have a more respectable intellectual debate instead of it turning into an argument in a debate. I mean, as far as an argument, because it was not no debate.
Right.
It was an argument that turned into threats and all that could have caused something very seriously to happen. Now, it's obviously that he's probably that type of brother that not only that he likes that chaos, but that he likes getting beef started over social media. Because what he did brings that type of situation into questioning. You know what I'm saying? So, and I'm gonna make this known too. If he got a rebuttal about what I have to say in this regard, even if it's, you know, an attack he might plan to use against me. Like I said, I'm not gonna argue because I don't get into that childish stuff. So whatever you say, you know, because you really don't know me, I'm gonna just, you know, let that fly. Because I don't get into that. That's why after me and Brother Maurice Muhammad had our understanding that we didn't have to say nothing else to each other, I left it at that.
Yes, sir.
So far, he ain't used my name in no type of negative way, or uttered my name out his mouth in no type of negative way. And I've done likewise by not speaking his name out negatively in no type of way. And, you know, so that's how I deal with anybody on social media. Now, if you threaten me, even because I told the truth about something, if I feel it's that serious, yeah, I will get the white man involved.
You're right.
Call it what you want to call it.
Right.
This is not the penitentiary.
Mm-hmm.
This is not jail. So all that about snitching, hey, miss me with that.
Mm-hmm.
Flat out. I'm not into that type of criminal element. Why I got to worry about if I'm gonna tell on somebody or be labeled as a snitch. I don't live that type of lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
So that don't apply to me.
Mm-hmm.
So that nullifies that. That negates that altogether. Far as the BS is concerned, So, like I said, basically, but either way, other than that, I'm not gonna argue with you. And I'm not, and if I'm gonna do anything, I'm not gonna talk about it on social media, period.
Right. That's right.
So I mean that it is what it is on that term. But like I said though, as far as the situation go, like I said, with our people's condition, I mean, I'm gonna say this here. As far as our people are concerned, I don't, have nothing to gain from hurting our people.
Right.
We've been hurt for so long until we really can't be hurt no more, in the sense of it saying,
Mm-hmm.
because I mean, it's like, what do we benefit from that? Matter of fact, even the Peckerwood is tired of looking at us killing each other, which is why they making strategic moves right now to get rid of us all together, so they won't even have to worry about that.
Mm-hmm.
Like that syndrome, stereotype thing they got called one less nigga to worry about. That type of stuff there.
Mm-hmm.
That's why Donald Trump was probably talking about sending the National Guard into Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
Far as them gangs go and all that. Because they really want us out the way. They have no use for us.
Mm-hmm.
They using the prison industry. They using crack and drugs. They got all these liquor stores, or allowing these foreigners to operate these liquor stores in our communities as another way to get rid of us.
Mm-hmm.
But since all this is not doing the whole entire job, or rather to finish off the entire job, FEMA camps and mass graves is the ultimate next step.
Mm.
These people are planning. They've been planning all the time for years. They've been planning for a long time. But brother, I'm gonna hand the mic over to you and let you have your say in some of this.
Well, we're gonna bring this to conclusion. I think you covered everything in the base, and like I said, this was spontaneous, and
but leave them with this, brother.
Okay.
What you was trying to say about the situation with Nazi Germany, because they need to be reminded about that. The video had went off when you was
yeah
stressing that point.
The Jews during that period of time, they were warned and given signs saying, look, it's not looking good. You got a group of people coming into power, and then they're There's propaganda against this. They're blaming all the ills of the country on you. Just like every time something happens in America, they blame. They always look at the the Negro, the dark skinned people, the African American, whatever you want to call yourself. They look at us and put us, make us the scapegoat for everything. Like welfare. They talk about welfare. Anybody with common sense knows it has to be more Caucasian people on welfare than it is the Negro, but they paint it that way, to make us look bad, like we're the ones that's part of the on welfare, and it's them. I mean, they outnumber us in this country. Everything should be about them in this country since they outnumber us. They should be the number one people in prison. Common sense tell you that. They should be the number one people in prison, not us. But again, you're living in a time and place where we're giving signs, we're getting warnings that something is coming down the pike, and we don't want to do that. We want to play games. That so-called debate, whatever, that was a joke. I just did it really just to bring attention to as a promotion. In Hollywood they said all publicity is good publicity. So whether it turned out good or bad, and I mean, we did pick up subscribers. So it was a good, it had a good side. But the thing about all of this is we want to play games. Right now, the controversy right now is Phil the Advice Show and his white woman. Like, who cares? Who really cares? But that's all we want to do is sit around and talk and talk and talk and talk and talk. That's not going to change your condition. Talking about Phil and his white woman is not going to change your condition. And then, of course, the ones who are talking about this, of course, their channels are monetized. And, they're getting paid, give to my Patreon and all that kind of good stuff, blah, blah. That's what it's all about. Well, when your Patreon ass is thrown into a mass grave, I want to see how much that benefited. What did it really do you? Was it all worth it? Because that's your future. Your future, our future, is a mass grave. Just like what happened to the Jews, their future was mass graves and concentration camps. All over this country. And I've seen it, and maybe you've seen it yourself up and down the highway. You might see trucks or trains with these coffins, plastic coffins. And it should make you wonder, where are these plastic coffins going to? All over this country. We can think about conspiracy theory and things of this nature. And we can play it off like that. But the reality is, if these people want to ship, since y'all want to go to Africa so bad, if these people decided that's exactly where you're going, there's nothing you could do that could stop them. Nothing. You're not in a position to do nothing. Put you on boats, planes, whatever it took, and they'll ship you to Africa, whether you like it or not. And if you don't want to go, they said, well, no big deal. That's why we dug up these big old holes. Shoot you, your grandchildren, the little grandbaby that you proud of, whatever, all of y'all going to a mass grave. And if you think that it's a joke, just like the Jews, it's a joke. Something to laugh about, it ain't real. Well, keep doing that. Now, when something like this might go down, I don't know. But it's in the process. You can tell something is getting ready to happen. Just like before we lay down tonight. Anything in the world, a natural disaster, something in the world can happen that can trigger this whole thing off to the point where there's no law. Do you know what will happen to us if there's no law? If martial law is declared or no law, there's nothing but anarchy and chaos, and you sit around and these people have armed themselves and you don't have nothing. You don't control nothing. You don't have nothing. Who's the first one going to be exterminated? Who's the first one going to die? Black bodies everywhere. Everywhere. You're not united. You hate each other. You don't give a damn, and these people don't give a damn either. They be happy to knock you out and get you out the way and take what little you got. Like they did the Jews. They took everything that they got. So with that said, it's late. And like I said, this was spontaneous. I want to thank Brother Assistant Minister Taalik for coming here tonight and bringing his points of views. And hopefully we'll do this more often, since I know I can do it. I didn't know this was possible. We need to think about these things. Silly debates, this hatred that we have, dislike, and so emotional over crap. You need to get over it. You need to get over it and get serious, because all thing we got is each other. The only thing that can help us in this situation is what you call unity. If you don't do that, it's a wrap. Because as soon as something in the world changes, some type of world war, or maybe a severe drought, or severe earthquakes to tear the country up, whatever, that'll change and change your life forever. Again, if there's no law, and this situation turned into a place where there is no law and there's nothing but anarchy, we're done. I already know. You know you're done, right? Because you can't protect yourself. You can't feed yourself. You can't clothe yourself. You can't do nothing. So it's over. And the little grandbaby that you hold in your hand don't mean nothing. Has no future. It's dead. Because they ain't gonna care nothing about your grandbaby. When they was killing those Jews, they killed all of them. Infants, girls, boys, the elderly, everybody. If you don't understand that, you will. Hopefully, they always keep making mockery about me. You're an old man. Maybe because of my age, maybe I'll die before it really go down. And that's be, like they say in religion, a blessing. But for those of you who gonna face it, and you was told and you was warned over and over again, and you think it is a joke, because you wondering more about Phil and his white woman than your future of your grandchildren and yourself, then so be it. I'm not here to beg you. Brother Taalik is not going to beg you. I'm not going to beg you. Like Elijah Muhammad said, take it or let it alone. And we grown folks here, you're going to suffer the consequences of your actions, whether it's good or bad. Maybe you might be right, and that's good. But what if you're wrong? That's the question. With that said, thank you, brother, again for coming on this platform. And we're going to do this again, hopefully when we're more awake.
Sir.
We're more awake. But you was in the mood, so I said, let me let this brother talk. Because, sometimes we talk in private or whatever, just on the phone. And I think that we have some very good conversations that we should, we can bring it to the people.
Yeah, it's something, when we go off live, it's something I want to ask you.
Okay.
Real quick.
Yes, sir. Okay. Syrian Jude was in the house, in the chat room. I can't really see the, I'm doing this on my phone. I really can't see the chat room, but I know Syrian is just, I really like Syrian Jude. I tell that, I need to know whether you male or female. I really don't know. I haven't found that out yet. But regardless, I like Syrian Jude, our Christian brother or sister. I'm glad that you're in the house, and it makes no difference. We know what needs to be done, and Syrian says that we need a king to lead us out of this hell. Well, I don't know where this king is going to come from. The only king that I know of is the king inside you and myself, the queen inside you and our sisters or whatever. That's the only. If we can't do it, it's not gonna get done. Ain't no specials, ain't no spook gonna come out of the sky and do nothing. And like I tell you all the time, brothers and sisters, soul brothers and sisters, I don't know how much time we got left. See, we want to play around and screw around and lollygag because you think you got all the time in the world and you don't want to take nothing serious. You just want to be entertained. I am not your entertainment center. I know many of you may treat me like you do to others as an entertainer. I can't control that. But I'm not an entertainer at all. I'm too old for that. This is serious business. I don't want your money. I don't care nothing about praise and celebrity and all like that. I'm worried about our lives. Brother Taalik is worried about our lives. And if we continue on this mindset, living in these fantasy worlds that we built for ourselves, you're getting ready to lose your life. I'm also a realist. If that's what you want to do, then so be it. I can't make you do anything, and I wouldn't want to force you to do nothing. It's all up to you. It's all up to us. So with that said, we'll do this again. And brothers and sisters, really, if you're really serious, I would like 100 strong members on board this soul train, this Operation Exodus Mississippi. Has nothing to do with what the fake Mississippi campaign talking about. Has nothing to do with your personal life, what you believe or anything. The only thing you want to do is change and help put us in a better position. That's all Operation Exodus Mississippi is. Send me your email and get on board the soul train. Let me know that you're ready to be a soldier and get this work gone. Let's get on the train, and we can figure out what our next move is to be, so that we can really change our condition. We're not going to be waiting on somebody to do anything for us. We need to do this on our own. So, as always, well, not in this video, but just contact me. Put a comment in, or usually on all the videos there's contact information. Give me your email so I can send you updates and keep you informed, and let me know what you want to do, or what talent you have to offer, or what you're willing to do, and let's try to inspire people and get this job done. This is very massive scale attempt that we want to do. So it's going to take a lot of energy. But if we can get 100 people strong and what's the word I'm looking for? But sincere about what we're doing by what I call Soul Liberation Day, that would really be nice, that we have 100 strong people ready to go, because I would like to kick off officially Operation Exodus Mississippi on what I call Soul Liberation Day, December the 9th, 2018. So with that said, I'm sleepy as a mug. I'm just barely making it here. Thank you again, brother or sister. And thank y'all for listening. Thank you, Syrian. Thank you, those who will be listening to these words later on. And let's just get on board this soul train. Get this done. Until next time, y'all, as Don Cornelius always said, myself and Brother Taalik, we wish you love, peace, and soul.
We all fair?
No, not yet. Hold on a second. Not off here. I don't know how to turn this thing on. Okay, here we go.